Because I was like, what heroes are left here that are good against all three of these melee cores in mid? And Razor briefly came to mind, but I know it's a hero Sumail plays and has played historically, but I didn't think they were going to round out their lineup with this.
He's happy to break it. What do you think they want the boots here? Just keep dragging the wave back to make some... Wait, where is he playing actually, GH? You're going to be going top, right, with the Razor. So they're just trying to get up into the face?
Yeah. If you're in a favorable lane on your ET, you played exceptionally well with boots. Good damage from Sumail.
Should be
Not
fine.
enough, though. Ooh, those Fatal Bonds on the Beastmaster summons, quite nice.
Fatal Bonds, Beastmaster Summon, some Blood Grenade. Shad is actually going to chase with the Scorched Earth here on the Doom. They want to look for this first blood. Omar falling very low. First blood, is it going to come? Oh, one more hit is all that's needed. Shad has his Scorched Earth tick out though. But Kidaro gets the vision, gets the range, gets the right click.
Boots for sure. The wand is, I guess... Yeah, it's probably just the second best item after boots, right? Probably. You would maybe have made a case for a little bit more early stats so you can trade a little better whenever the link is down, but Sumail will be casting quite a lot of spells, so it's good. Alright, another kill is expected here. Daze as well as Mixa finding ET. Actually, solid damage onto Ghost as well. He's deceptively tanky here. He still had 9 sticks plus a Lotus, but...
How are things looking down bottom? Doom farming away. He's chilling. Obviously, they're not really able to stop Noob, who's gotten a lot out of this lane. We were speaking about this in the draft, how strong Beastmaster is with Shadow Shaman, and we're going to see an example of it here. The Shackles went out to Kidaro, some right-click damage is thrown in, and Kidaro will die. At the same time, NIGMA also were able to get a kill on another support up top. Might lose Omar here to Shad, but no, Shad ran out of Scorched Earth. Omar's going to be fine. Who needs feed at? Got Mischief. This is how I'm going to move around the map. This is actually so funny. And he's in. Here he is. The team is going to be like, what the hell? A moving tree? Sumail came as well. They know they want to fight over the shrine. He's going to get it. Yeah, there's nobody there to contest him right now. He gets it in time. Picks up the Wukong's command. Let's see, do they have the damage? Omar about to drop. Goes into the foul play, but it's not going to help. Sumail, though, has drained quite a lot of damage, but not from the Monkey. So Monkey has more than enough to threaten the Razor himself. They get the shrine. They get the kills. They also managed to pick up a kill on GH on the other side, who was trying to steal their shrine.
Correctly in the fights, and you can see they're barely even taking a breath before they go for this dive now. Noob, he's dead.
First Doom of the game. Noob might be fine here because Sumail will be able to zone back Stormstormer, and now the Monkey King is the one that's in trouble. He's out of mana, he doesn't have a Wukong, doesn't have a wand, and he's just dead. Like you said, he didn't have tree dance. It didn't matter in the previous engagement, but right then he gets heavily punished for not having the spell. Omar, he might lose out here as well. Kidaro really wants this to justify having dropped the golem. Sadly, he's not going to get it. Sumail comes back on top of the Primal Roar. They kill off Kidaro. And with the Eye of the Storm still going, they might even be able to mop up the Chaos Golem. Daze will be there, dropping a Vanish onto him. Sumail coming out very low. One more Shadow Poison will probably kill him, and indeed it does. Daze throws in the damage, and they are able to find the kill.
At the very least, the Razor kill on the way out helps them a bit, but man, they're just taking no breaks. OG are all aggression. It seems like a mindset.
The Mischief rotation coming through again, and there comes the Wukong's command. Ghost has no options, no way out of this one. Gonna die very, very quickly. Tells his team, don't even bother trying to help me, gang. As he loses his life, his team at least trying to pressure towers elsewhere on the map. I'm not sure if they can, how many of them they're gonna get. Bottom might fall, the Satyr Tormentor here should have many opportunities for them to skirmish and play quickly. However, the fast play this time is emerging from NIGMA as they are rotating to the top lane. Smoked up is Sumail and Omar. Sumail, they get the nice backstab. The disruption was there, but Mixa gets hexed before he can find the Rolling Thunder. No way out of this one for him, as he will end up dead. Ghost gets a credit for the kill.
So maybe a little efficiency miss, but it's okay. Noob.
Top lane is going to be a roll onto Stormstormer just to get Noob out of here, but his team might want to reinitiate because Sumail has made the teleportation. He's thinking about it. They jump in. Stormstormer goes first. There's the Wukong's command. Connects onto the Beastmaster. Rolling Thunder as well coming in from Mixa. Beast held in position, but GH with a wonderful Echo Stomp. Unfortunately, the Wukong's command still gets the kill onto Noob. Omar falling very low. Almost dead here. Kidaro drops down the golem.
Oh, the golem's
not
done
enough damage. He's still not gonna die. Unfortunately, though, because he's not there, they don't have any more control. Sumail gets himself doomed up. Ghost running out of HP very, very quickly. He needs to run, but I don't think he'll be allowed to. Inhibit coming back off cooldown for both Mixer and Stormstormer. Stormstormer will get there first though. The Inhibit comes out, Bottomless Strike is there, Swashbuckle finds the double kill, and Omar, stuck around way too long, will find himself also getting punished after having dropped down Mass Serpent Wards. So those will be cleaned up for more free gold. OG playing quickly and hitting NIGMA hard where it hurts. Even then, giving him like the Tinies and the Earth Spirits, if you compare his performances on those relative to like his Pucks, his Ember Spirits, it's night and day. So I think the team is at its best when you just give Sumail a hero that can by himself, not just take over the game, but outplay the opposition. I think that's when he plays his best Dota. And right now, he needs to try and outplay Stormstormer. Does have the leash onto this Monkey King. He does drop the Wukong's command. Needs to run away though, because they are having backup coming in from NIGMA. They get the lash in onto the Doom. Doom is dead. Beautifully done. Mixer with the Rolling Thunder trying to create chaos on the backlines, but he's eating so much damage from the Eye of the Storm. Yes, Sumail does die eventually, but that heavy commitment from OG. Will they be able to chase for more? GH, he found the Echo Stomp out onto Daze here. So the Shadow Demon, you can do what you want, my friend, but you're in a narrow pathway with no way forward, but Stormstormer comes right back. BKB active with the Boundless Strike, able to kill off GH. Now Noob is the one that's falling low. He dove into his own death. Ghost needs to run. There's a diffuser blade on Stormstormer. Hex in from Omar. Storms might still want to jump forward though.
This is just NIGMA outplaying them, OG on the map, right? This is just an efficiency win.
Oh, this could be even better. They get the Hex out onto Shad. Immediate disruption from Daze. That'll give Shad time to pick up his BKB. He didn't actually use his BKB. Long range shackle. Kidaro bails him out yet again. There's the primal roll. Finally, the BKB is on. And Mixer with the Rolling Thunder able to kill off the Shadow Shaman. Doom now dropped in onto Sumail with his BKBs, hoping to kill the Doom. He dies before he can do it. Ghost has to finish the hero off for him. However, Ghost now is out of options. Tried to TP, not going to be able to do so. Stone Gaze is down. Mana pool is empty. And his life is forfeit. A team fight win for OG. And this was them responding to NIGMA. But at the end of the day, the nerves of steel, you were talking about icy players. Man, Shad had ice cold veins, waited as long as possible for that BKB that enables them to turn and win the fight. Stormstormer doing his patented mischief rotation with the Shadow Blade that he picked up in lieu of getting the straight up Skadi. There is a sentry ward here. The Obs obviously will not see him. He's still in this. He now sees both supports. He's going to start the fight on them. And look how quickly he kills GH. With the BKB activated, there's nothing Omar can do to help him. So Omar's probably going to die as well to give up the double kill. Stormstormer will be able to get... the neutral creep. Nice.
The Tormentor is alive. In that instance, OG kind of bit over more than they could chew, both trying to push out lanes and initiating with Shadow Demon when NIGMA Galaxy were in strong defensive formation. They get an immediate punish on that, and that's 4,000 gold down the drain. These late game fights are worth so much.
Sumail getting gone on by the Monkey because the Monkey King knows that there's no BKB. Unfortunately, he doesn't have control of the outpost, so in comes Ghost immediately. They drop down the Wukong's command. Here comes Mixer, Rolling Thunder, but the heals will keep the Razor alive. The right-click damage onto the Pango. Pango was gone through the Stone Gaze, and now they find the long-range shackle onto Kidaro. He is dead too. It's a double kill for Dusa. They recover the enemy gem.
Would you believe it? Gaben is right again.
See?
Here comes NIGMA Galaxy with a high ground push and get the first lane of barracks of the game. Here comes Stormstormer
though, going forward, but he gets roared immediately. Did manage to drop down the Wukong, but Ghost is lying in the damage way too fast. Sumail with the Eye of the Storm, trying to kill off Stormstormer. He's swapping himself around in the fight. They couldn't lock him down. Now it's been the lockdown onto Ghost. This Medusa cannot move. She ends up dying to a Boundless Strike. At the same time, Mixer with his roll, able to connect out onto this Elder Titan. Kidaro sees fit to drop the Golem on his head to cancel the TP. But nonetheless, they find 3 there. Just one more decent fight on the Medusa, and you just win the game straight up.
And this could be a perfect lineup from OG timing-wise. There's 15 seconds on Doom cooldown. If the fight broke out right now, it would be bad, but just in 10 seconds, well, okay, let's see. Shad's in there.
GH is the first one caught. He's dead immediately, does have buyback. Mixer, Rolling Thunder, goes onto the high ground, trying to force the fight. GH buys back, trying to TP into the engagement. Kidara had a very big chaotic offering dropped in, but Stormstormer, he's trying to create space with the Wukongs, and now they've isolated the Medusa. from the rest of the team. Unfortunately, though, they don't have the clearest connection onto her. Stormstormer getting connected with the shackles from Omar that allows them to kill the Monkey King very, very quickly. The fight now still continuing on the north side. Of Shad with his BKB active, hoping to try and run down Sumail, but his BKB now expires, so he has nothing here. Raising his arms to lay out the Doom, not going to be able to do so. They buy back on Stormstormer and on the Doom. GH is the first one that dies here. It's a dieback on the Elder Titan. Omar has his shackles getting cancelled out. He will lose his life quite quickly as well. And Ghost, he's the big target here, the big prize. They've already committed the Wukong's command. There's the Doom, but where is the Disable? He gets forced off onto the high ground. Dusa running for his life, but Stormstormer giving chase. There with the additional stun. Has the inhibit at the ready if needed. They drop the Rotron's banner just to get some additional vision for Mixer to roll in with this Pangolier. Stormstormer coming in. They want Ghost, but Ghost is so strong. Sumail draining away all the damage from Stormstormer. Still alive for now. They saved him for a moment, but eventually he will fall. Noob in the meantime did his best, but his best is not good enough. Eventually Ghost will take a tumble. Ran out of mana, ran out of resources, ran out of allies.
20 seconds on Shaman. Full minute and a half on Dusa. There's just no way. They even have Wukong's command. North's not going to drop it for safety, but didn't even bother. Oh, there we go.
Yep. No, it's because they found Sumail. He came in just to die. That's going to be it. Ancient is going to fall now. GH will try with the Echo Stomp, but 60 seconds, no Dusa, 2 minutes, no Razor, and now guaranteed no Beastmaster as well. It's over. GG, well played. Game 1 going the way of OG. Looks like we're going to have a ball game on our hands tonight.
Yeah, I mean, this was a very exciting game. I think I personally would like to see a little bit more of that mindset heading into the next one. But good job to OG to bring this one home. And I think especially for me, I really liked Stormstormer's performance on the Monkey King. Well, that was a very fast counter pick. That looked like premeditated almost. Carry Underlord, baby.
Yeah. They did this yesterday in their first game, I believe. They ended up winning that first game. Used to be in the old mid lane matchups, used to be like a rush to Orchid, right? And it was just like Puck, Storm, Quap every single game. Top lane, they get the first blood finally. This time around is not enough heal coming in from GH. He had tangles coming from the courier, but the arrival is too late. He did not pay for express delivery. So Ghost ends up dead. However, middle, Stormstormer almost dies here to Omar. Omar will be able to find him in the end. Great rotation from the Dark Willow to secure this and make sure that potentially Sumail... Okay, he can't get the water rune, sadly.
Yeah, he has to go back to base now. This is really important that both teams cover the waters here. Because, yeah, Sumail will finish this wave, but he has no resources. So he needs to go up and get his bounty rune, but that one's also covered by Daze.
Oh,
Sumail is dead here, I think.
Kidaro, God, Blood Grenade, Shadow Word. He actually get him. Daze comes through to steal his kill. Scumbag Daze to take away all of my experience. But at least he's going to set up for a double kill, perhaps, as Omar has a Blood Grenade dropped onto his face. Stormstormer doesn't need the Boundless because they have the snowball forward and they are able to get the kill. Daze will just deny to the tower and they all walk away happily. Kidaro eventually does get his credit for a kill. So looks like there's a lot of freedom from these supports of OG. Both Mixer as well as Shad are playing very hard to kill heroes. They're actually going to try kill Sumail before he cracks level 6. There's the tag team on top of the Storm Spirit, and he is going to die. They will be able to at the very least get a Bramble. Unfortunately, no follow-up damage as the Snowball will dodge it out for a little bit.
Would really like to try to accelerate off of getting early levels on the right heroes. You know, Storm can make moves with relocate, etc., but everything's just been slow to a crawl now. Now Ghost on the receiving end too.
He's been slow to a crawl too by this tag team. Zero movement speed. Noob will come, throw in the first arena of the game. They're going to try and at least get some revenge onto Daze. They ran out of damage a little bit, but they finally get him down. Mixer was hoping to try and find some heals with the Solar Guardian. As you say, it's too late. Sadly, because he's not online, they're probably going to lose Ghost in the top lane. They're smoking towards him.
This would be his third death. A nice, successful smoke inbound here. Probably, I say that.
That's all good. They've got the Underlord ult. It's coming through with the Pit of Malice. They should be able to get this. Ghost will drop the Doom, but still ends up dead. Noob with the full arena doesn't really help him out either. He ends up dead. They do have the relocate. 6 was achieved, but Sumail almost dies for this. GH barely able to escape.
They lost the fight. The Dawnbreaker coming in was more than enough to cover their tracks. And now, is this an Orchid for Mixa? No, wait, it's Treads. Okay, hang on. Am I mixing them up? He bought the Cornucopia.
We'll talk about it in a second, because Ghost could be in some danger here. GH is trying to get him out, but Kidaro, with the Fiend's Golem already on the other side, has the damage to bring down Ghost. Shards onto GH. To be fair, the Doom is 0-4 at this point, so...
Yeah.
Spending a lot of time in the fountain instead of farming. And now he's actually going to die again. He's about to be 0-5. Stormstormer there with the Wukong. The Doom comes out, but it's too late. It's already dead on Ghost. Noob drops the Arena of Blood. They are able to bring down Stormstormer. And with the Bedlam going forward, they were hoping for more, but they do not get it. Instead, they just end up losing Omar. The Curse Crown did stun multiple targets, but not enough follow-up damage. Sumail and the gang need to bail the hell out of here. They don't have that many heroes nearby to take the gate with them. And looks like Sumail
could catch him with an Orchid play potentially here. Shards into Orchid.
There it is. Orchid, they're coming through. They're going to try and relocate him out. GH doing what he can, but he gets caught in the pit of malice. You're going nowhere, my friend. We're all dying together. Double kill, quick. They all take the Fiend's grip back and go bottom. There will be an arena drop down, but I don't know if Noob is happy about this. They doomed up the Underlord, but like I said in the draft, where is the damage to kill Shad? He's chilling. He's like, okay, bro. Oh, man. Dude, I love this talent. This facet so much. It's really my favorite. Top lane, or bottom lane rather, they find Ghost. Dude, can y'all leave Ghost alone? Just let him be. He's already 0-7. Come on, guys. Allow him to play Dota.
But, alright.
So here's the information, right? Check this out. Bottom, is Omar gonna survive here? Well, now he is. Sumail coming to help, but Nixer shows up with the Solar Guardian. They get the silence out onto Sumail. He pops BKB, barely able to zip away, but Ghost does not have any such luxuries. He ends up dead. Unstoppable streak for Shad. And, oh well, since the game might end very quickly, I'll just tell you. The slowest Doom Radiance was Miero, 29 minutes, 41 seconds. The second slowest is this game, 53, but on the bright side, Ghost has the fastest one in the entire patch, 13 minutes and 2 seconds. So
okay, I will say the Miro one. Miro is an offlane player and probably didn't buy Radiant's first item.
Oh my god.
So that would make this the slowest one.
Yes.
But he did complete it, because otherwise it wouldn't be part of the statistics if he never bought it. But he does have the Radiance.
Noob gets a big arena. They actually catch Stormstormer. That's a big kill. Can they get out of this cleanly is the question, as Doom is about to respawn and re-emerge into the fight.
How much can you really blame on draft? At least some of it, if you will. You can talk about strategy or whatnot, but honestly, you kind of just got outplayed, right? OG got the Wisdom Shrines at minute 7. They outplayed you on rotations. They crushed your mid player. They dove your top tower.
And they're killing your Doom again. They're killing your Doom again. He still doesn't have BKB, and he is about to die. 0-9 for Ghost. Definitely a lane of Rack's middle. And he can buy back, but to what end? Who's he going to help you get a kill on?
This is just a standout game from OG. I'm really impressed. I think they've done almost everything correctly. Let's see if
trying to zip on the backlines, but Kidaro was there immediately with the chaotic offering. Stormstormer now closing in onto the Storm Spirit. Drops his Wukong's command. Sumail doing what he can, but he can't even kill Daze. He has to get out of the fight now as his BKB expires. GH trying to drag himself forward with the tether. He's not able to escape, nor is Omar. At least they got Sumail out to safety, but Daze didn't even die on his tusk. Wasted the entire play from NIGMA Galaxy. Gave them nothing in return.
The graph doesn't lie, man. Said OG were going to smash this game, and boy, they did. It's a GG.
Yeah. This might be the hardest beatdown we've seen in the tournament so far.
Yeah, the good news for NIGMA Galaxy is this was not an elimination game, of course. They have one more life left, but we're now 0-2. And the other 0-2 team that you and I confirmed earlier today was, of course, Heroic. So there are... Yeah, pretty much. This is one of those games where it just looks so easy after 10 to 15 minutes, and all of the concerns that we had for NIGMA Galaxy's lineup for what could happen with damage issues definitely came to be.